Good morning. All right, this is our news bar here. So where are we at? 359. So this is the pre-market bar. So this is our first two actual opening bars here. Pre-market highs up here. Found some liquidity. This is going to be your sellers up here. And this is going to be your buyers down here. These are the bigger sellers, buyers. So we break either of these ranges, we can have a trend day. In the meantime, this is about where sellers and buyers are. Pre-market highs up here, pre-market lows down here. Buyers are from here, sellers are from here. Little quick recap. Let's see. Let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a decent day for the strat. It did have a little reversal. It took this break here. This was a short. Obviously, it didn't work out, but we also added to the short with this break. What was it? It's here. It was here. I don't remember this wick being this long though, to be honest. I remember this wick being this long on the chart. Yeah. So nonetheless, this wick was whatever. What's up, Dewey? Good morning. Oh, this morning drop? Yeah. It's possible, right? Good morning, by the way, Dewey. Welcome, welcome. It's funny because my stream and my other prism says two different things, so it's kind of funny that way. Yeah, so two players, just was a recap in the morning. So then off this 15-minute, it's right here, when we hit, let's see here, was it? We had, no, it was this 2-bar right here. Boom. Yesterday, this 2-bar, double bottom, it tested the extreme break, broke volume here, from here to here. This volume since we broke these structures. I had to flip the script. I didn't flip the script actually because I didn't count this. I was looking at these volumes and trying to get above these bars, and we didn't. And because of that, I was trading out of context. So I held, and then when we popped up here, I kind of was reevaluating the volume and stuff. So then I flipped it, and we got the play to the upside, which was nice. And then later on during the day, we had this bear bull trap here. Bull trap, and I caught that one to the downside, so ended up being positive on the day, which was nice. So I think I left here negative. So that's that. We have 10 minutes into the market. Here's our buyers and sellers popping right into this liquidity. We did dip a little bit below. I don't consider these guys strong buyers here. This is your strong buyer, so we might have just had a little dip there. Where'd my 2-minute chart just gapped? Crazy. Oh well. Alright, so got some liquidity from yesterday. We got major sellers. Let's go to the other chart here. Good morning, by the way, guys. Major sellers up here. And we see that we got kind of close. Actually, I think from a... Yeah, see, this is off a little bit. Down to the bodies. Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, all good, Dewey. I'll pop in and out. It's all good. See, we tapped that liquidity and bounced right off that liquidity this morning. Boom. Now we're going to go test it again. 502. Okay. 5-minute 02 with a rejection. We got to 500. Oh, yeah. At the 501. 50-50. Alright, let's see here. We've got some liquidity here, and we got some different players down here in the bottom end of this range, but I really do. I would like to see it come down to the. I might take a bid at 200, but I definitely would love to take a bid at the 160s and do this candle. Would love to take a bid at 160s. This is something I would eyeballing the past week. So if it ever comes down here, what's up, DS? How are you, man? Good morning. Yes, what are you seeing this morning? So just as a recap, I got range here. This is a range of liquidity. If we go on the top step, this is just our pre-market range here. So we got the sellers, we got buyers here, and then we got these are bigger sellers, bigger buyers. As you can see, we tapped into that sellers up here. So what do we have? Increase in volume. So you do have some buyers here too. I'm not going to necessarily mark them. I don't like marking pre-market buyers. I mean, I don't like taking my trades off of them, but you know, I have a theory. This is a new theory because you know how sometimes we get news attributed in the overnights to news gets attributed overnight to these price movements. We do have a buyer here too. I'm just going to mark probably the bottom of them. This might be the range. This might be the one right here. Double up zone. I try and get long in this pocket. 380s if it goes. All right. Kind of putting a little players, but that might be a good area. 380s. All right, we're tapping into this solid liquidity now. We're gonna see if we can actually start to break a little bit of a bear trap on the 15-minute. See, broke out of candles, went up. I think I'm actually gonna take a long here. I took it right at the wrong time, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna take a long here on the 15-minute. This is a big range, right? So we could still chop down. We have a lot of sellers to get through. This is pre-market context. Oh, you know what? This is pre-market context. Sorry, I was thinking this is 2 bars. Oh, I should probably kill this candle, actually. Let's see here. Just double check here. Boom, 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 boom. Still have the liquidity. If we, how much points is this risking? 40. So this is a bear trap, but this is a bear trap using the market open candle, which is not always a good idea. So even though I do like this still, let's see here, boom, try to go lower. I would prefer to use only the daily context as the context. Oh boy. Tapped into those sellers again, kind of ripping off. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this here. So this is a trap. See, we broke out of these previous candles, tried to come down lower, came up. So in the first half hour of the day, this is a trap, but the first half hour of the day I need to play the reversal. So if this would have broke out, tried to go higher, came down, then I would take it because we're at extremes. I want to be at the extremes here. And the reason why we want to be at the extremes of liquidity on these breakouts is exactly kind of what you see. We want to see bulls get trapped in the selling liquidity and then play the range down, or buyers, you know, go get trapped. So this playing this inverse like this, playing this inverse isn't, and I wanted to play it off of, I thought we had one more candle. I thought these were 2 15-minute candles on the market open. We're not there yet. We got about another 10 minutes. So cut that one off. But let's look. Let's see what else we got here. All right. Tapping off that liquidity again. All right. Increase. So you do have a buyer trying to take it up here. This buyer's trying to take it up. We'll see. It's opening balance, so I know we're not going to be too crazy this morning. So just the ATR. Where's the ATR at? The ATR is at 500. Yeah, so we got up to that 511. This is almost a bull trap. If this would have popped up a little higher, came up, came down in the range, this would be a beautiful bull trap. Still an argument to be made that there's bulls here, but I'm not going to take them. So, all right, so we do have a little bit of a bottom pivot here. Top, we're still making new highs, so I'm not going to mess with that yet. Probably could have taken a short into this 510 again because of that liquidity, but let's get going this morning. Let's see what happens. I don't necessarily am too antsy about playing. What's up, Samu? How are you, my bro? Good morning. Good morning. This is pretty heavy for the morning, huh? This music, but I'm kind of vibing with it. Kind of vibing with it. All right, it's heating up now. All right, so let's get back to our top step here. So we're engulfing a lot of this buyer here, which as long as he's still down here, he's still in. But we're just gonna kind of keep an eye on it. This we could bounce from the sellers all the way down to these buyers. It's possible I should have taken that short up there. Not possible. I probably should have taken the short on the fast track and tried to ride it down to our bottom liquidity, maybe at these 330s somewhere. Are they really gone? Barely. Build that liquidity. All right. So still hanging on to this buyer here. A few buyers left on this 2-minute. We do drop below here though. Where we go to? 330. Where's 330 at here? Say this liquidity's gone. This guy's gone. This is a little bit too repetitive for me. I probably should have just skipped the song. This is way too chill. Let's go back to the beginning. All right. Sneeze here. Give me a second. Alive, barely. All right. Market's still in the 5 minutes opening range. Yep. All right, so let's see. That lot of liquidity. Do we put a new seller in? Yeah, this is kind of a new seller up here. So if we break this dude. So from here to here, new selling. Oh, halfway is a good point. So if we can't get above halfway, I'm going to say the sellers are a little stronger than the buyers until we get down here. Let's see. Then we have this big liquidity. Let me check it. It's mostly from this guy. So this is a fair, yeah, this is a 2-minute fair value gap. So let's see. Boom, boom. This is the beginning. All right. I'll just miss it on the 2-minute. I would actually prefer to see it dip in that on the 2-minute as well. All right. So let's say a little doji here. Seller still active, about 50%. I'm gonna say this seller might be a little bit stronger. Not stronger than this dude, but stronger than this dude. We'll see. All right, back over here. So as of right now, so market's still in 5-minute opening range. Yeah. Basically just hanging for right now. 50 minutes not giving me nothing either. Almost, man, almost. If this would have happened inverse, this trap would have happened. Actually, if this trap would have just, we would have broke out of this and then try to go higher and then come back down. This would have been beautiful. It's still an argument for a trap, but I'm just not going to take it. I want to see it come up and then do this again. So, might chop around here for a little bit. Man, I was wiped out yesterday. I couldn't even barely talk. I feel a lot more alive today. Nice job, Dewey, by the way, on those profits. And your friend's a beast. All right, dipping into these buyers here. Sellers are still active, right about the 50%. Yeah, so we're just playing. I don't think anyone has control, but we are tapping on these major sellers. I'd say these are the bigger sellers here, so put them a little bit more aggressive. Maybe not max, but maybe like But I'm more aggressive. Yeah. There we go. So increase. So this buyer's volume is stronger than the seller's volume. Boom, boom. So I probably said that backwards, actually. The buyer is stronger than the seller based off of volume. Yeah, because this sell volume got absorbed anyways. So, is this, oh, I was going to say, is this pre-market? No, that's opening. Opening. Okay. So, yeah, in a little range. Nothing to do here. 5 minutes about to end, 15 seconds. We've got a 15, another 5 minutes on the 15-minute candle. It's kind of dredging back up here. I still, I mean, if this bear trap gets respected, that would be very interesting. Because we would take out these sellers and blast up. So, let's see. Almost a bear trap here. Almost. We would have broke just one more. Actually, we probably would have needed to break two more. One candle's not good enough for me. Unless it's... I like at least two candles. Unless it's like an extreme. So, here we are. No top trend yet. This one's probably going to be no different. Got about 5 minutes until I can start drawing some tighter two trends here. And this though, from the 15-minute on the Quant Tower, looks like a straight up full-fledged bear trap. Almost, like right on the border there. And this candle looks even like it's confirming it a little bit. You know, I'm gonna try a long on the fast track. Try a long on the fast track. Let's see, what's the measurement here? I know we got big sellers up there though, so if I get smacked, I get smacked, but not bad pricing. Let's see. 1.75, 520, 518. So I'll throw my order up there at 518. Let me get up here. And let's keep in view 518. Let's try one on here, 518, because this one's close. Feel better about doing it on the fast track than I do on the Top Step account, because I don't like doing close on the Top Step account. I know there's a lot of selling liquidity here. So we're going to see what's going to happen. Stop is going to be below this candle, 3 points below this candle. 447, 444. 444. 444. Oops. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Should have got the fill here at 7.3. It's a little more risk to reward, but it's still, I think, yeah. All right, I'm not going to average out on this. I'm just going to take this one straight. So, see what happens here. 5 minutes, still not giving me nothing yet. I'm going to be able to draw a trend, though. That's going to be nice. Sorry, here you guys. Here's Quant. Quant in the short. Could have got the fill here. Got a little bit higher. I'm not gonna average down. I'm just gonna take this one straight. So this one comes down and takes my stop. I'll just leave it at that. Big buyer at 450. I just saw pop up on the DOM. 100 lot of 450. Big seller 500. You know, it is interesting now that I think about the DOM in relation to these candles when I'm trading these zones. I could probably, if I could find the seller a little heavier in these zones, that might actually help. That'd be interesting. 128. Might actually be able to use the DOM. Not necessarily for like support and resistance, but for how I can refine my entries a little bit. Alright, what is this? Broke out of 2 candles. Came back down almost to the wick. So this is almost a trap on the 2 minute, but not quite. 5 minute. Have a little look here. Just kind of hanging out. Still I'm not taking this trade. It's not good enough. On the quant, it's showing that the print came down here and then went lower and then went higher, which is like a B minus setup. B minus setup. So that's why I'm in it on the fast track and not at the top set. This one I'm trying to keep B plus and above. B plus and above. So nothing yet on the 15-minute. Chilling on the 5-minute. So not too much. Quality would have been better had we gotten a little break here. So if we would have had, let's say it comes up, we break both of these, try to go lower, then come back up into the bodies, that's A plus. A would be a little wick, A plus would be a massive wick. That would be primo. So volume's kind of tapering off on this 2-minute. We are dredging up into the seller up here. Not really a new seller, so we're considering this buying still accruing down here. So yeah, let's see. Got that strong seller there. So from the 5-minute, it's saying the seller's starting at 510. From my 2-minute, it's saying the seller started at 518. We have this little mini seller here. So it should be somewhere in the zone here. Let's see if we can get a little push. Little push. We also have our, let me see here. We're at 7 o'clock now. So now I can draw a normal trend. So this will be the beginning of my normal top trend now. So if we 2-bar this, even though I know I'm running into a lot of massive sellers here, the volume's got to be up there. It's got to be bigger than this volume. So we can't catch some crazy volume. I'll need 3 bars increasing volume. That would be the other way I get into this. So this one right here. New trend. Break. Here. I want to get above this bar right here. So we break it. Blast off. This is what I want to see. Increasing volume. Boom, boom, boom. I want to get up. So let's see what happens. I'm going to get rid of, well, should I get rid of the seller that's kind of reacting to this guy? I really just want to keep an eye on this little pocket here. And this, yeah, there's a buyer here, but I don't really care about him. All right, this is on the 388. I'm gonna take this one on the fast track. If we dip down to the 87, I'm gonna buy a few. Not a recommendation, by the way. Trade at your own risk. None of these trades are recommendations. So back to our fast track. Notice we're just kind of just chilling. There is a seller here, new seller. That took it up a little bit. So you notice the volume increased, so most of that selling probably happened in this range right here. That happened down here, shorts are super trapped. But yeah, let's see. Other than that, not much to talk about here. No traps on 2-minute, dredging up on 5. Trying to think of little possibilities here that could happen. This bar didn't break, so no traps on the radar here this morning. We are going to see if we break this little 5. I would actually prefer for us to have a little space here. Or getting to this. Volume's lowering on this buying. Right? Lower, lower, lower. How much time we got left? A minute? This one might be a little uptick, actually. So from here to here could be considered new buying, depending on how this candle closes. Tapping into a little bit of the liquidity here. But I think whoops, didn't want to move that. I think real liquidity is up here. So 2-minute, yeah, this is where the beginning of the real stuff. But that 5 well, I think it starts here 510, but yeah, this whole zone here. So Yep. Let's figure it out. Let's see what happens here. If we come back up in here and reject again, I'm going to take a couple shorts on my fast track account and see if we can ride down to this buying liquidity at the lows. Where did I put them? I think they're down here. The 325s. You see them on Top Step. On the Top Step account, you'll see them. I have them clearly written. There you go. 325 area. So if we get down here, I might take it off at pre-market lows though. Just because of the pre-market low. All right. Putting a little pressure to the upside, nothing crazy. See if we get a little fill here. All right, 2 minute. What do we got? We got a breakout. Try to go higher. If it dips back into range, this would be a little bull trap on the 2 minute. What do we got? Minute left. Let's see if this candle closes. I'm not gonna get in my 5 minute position, but it is something to note. So volume closed decent up here. We had a little uptick in volume. So this is assuming a new buyer here. But the way the candle, the price action's happening, I don't like 50% retracements, right? It's not considered a lot of strength, but I'm still going to mark the buyer no matter what. I'm waiting for it to break above 2,500 to retest and then go long target previous day high. That's a great idea. And really, when we break the 500 level, well, if we break 500, we're gonna run into a bunch of selling liquidity. But if we do break it and then we catch a bid into the 500, like at the top of it, that means buyers are trying to take it up in past this liquidity. So that's a great idea in my opinion. Not a trading recommendation, but just remember the selling's not going to be over until we break roughly 578. That's where we still have like more selling above that. It's just that's where the heaviest volume of it happened. So then we have that previous day, this one up here, which was crazy too. So where are we at here? Volume wasn't as intense. Let me see from here to here. Here, yeah. So selling, there's another block up here, but we can get all the way up there. Let's see, mark this guy, drag him over. See if there's overlap. There's no overlap. You can see we rejected off this selling liquidity yesterday. Created new sellers this morning. Or was that yesterday morning? Yesterday morning created new sellers. Selling aggressively. Now we want to see if we want to take them out. So a lot of sellers to run through here. I want to see some big upticks. All right, so we have a little bit of a 2 bar here. I want to see the volume get above this volume though, or 3 bars. So either we're gonna get one of those 2, go back to the fast tracks, almost have our fill here. We're close, about 15 points away. See if we can get a little dredge up into this selling liquidity up here. And DS, you do what you think. Don't worry about the sellers because they could all get taken out, right? The market's trying to find liquidity. So in that sense, I'm just the way I'm approaching is I'm trying to find new sellers, new buyers, and see if we can run into big liquidity. But we could. I've seen it slow dredge through sellers before, so anything can happen. As long as you're sticking with your strategy, that's you're gonna be successful if you stick with your strategy and you have an edge. All right, so back to this. We broke these sellers, right? So buyers are looking pretty strong. We have a little uptick in volume here. Boom, boom. Got the fill. Oh, look at that. Got the fill. Okay, tapping into this liquidity here. I do want to sell into that a little bit. Let's see. Just a little bit. Let's see if we get a little rejection here. Little one. Let's see. See, I might hold this one if we reject heavy. I'm going to take it there. I don't want to catch a new bid. But a rotation into the selling could happen. This is going to be a bull trap on the... You see how it reacted off that 20? That's where that selling liquidity is. So doesn't mean it won't catch a bid. It's really up to the buyers. And we have a new buying here. So this is new buying all the way up here. Well, put them here now because this is where there will be if we get marked. So it's up to the bidders. Are the bidders going to take it up? So we got a couple there. Notice that reaction right off that level. That's exactly where I tried to short it. Where I got in there. 501, where did I get in? $514. $514. So I got a little late. $514. $501. Really the tap of that would have been nice. Alright, so buyers took it up. Look at that volume. Step it up in here. So they're trying to aggress the seller. By the way, we have our second break. The volume didn't get up there. I want to see this third bar close green. I want to see this third bar close green. I know that there's 1, 2, 3 here. Technically, is this? No, because that's off the 955. Yeah, I got to stay strict here. So we'll see how this closes. Could be possible bear traps here. So if we break, try to go higher, come back into either the wicks or the body, anywhere in pre-market range here, I'm going to take this short. There you go. Good job, DS. Stick to your plan, not a recommendation. It's a recommendation to stick to your plan, not a recommendation to anything what I'm saying to counter you. If I start saying shorts, stick to your plan. Don't let another trader influence you is what I'm saying. Because if you have your idea, you got it. So yeah, buyers trying to take it up here, right? You saw that rejection, that absorption. So we're gonna see here. Sellers are still active. I'm gonna go to the top step real fast. All right, so broke out. Try to go higher. If it comes back either into the bodies, into the wicks, or I would hope, best case scenario for me, it comes back below here. If it comes back below here, I would love to take this short. Argument though, this is a 2-bar break with increasing volume. We're just not above this volume, so I can't take it. So it's going to be a little bit of confliction. This could get ran through because these buyers could be stronger than these sellers. So I am going to still stick to my guns, so I'll take a short, but this is a little bit of a, oh wait, is this a 2-bar? I'm supposed to go long, and then you're short, and then I get ran through on my short. We're going to find out. But nonetheless, I think, I'm pretty sure the right context for me is if it gets below here. I would love it. It'd be A+ if it gets below here. Or not A+, but like A. If we get below. So rejected off that seller liquidity there. Sellers are still real. It's up to these buyers now. Buyers are actively taking this up. So almost got a little overlap at the 490s. So might even try along in the 491s. Let's see how we close here. What do we got? 2 minutes left. Overlap. This is the overlap I'm seeing right here. So we put in a new bidder. The new bidder's here. This whole stretch of this candle. So boom, boom. A little overlap here. Usually with overlaps, they do pretty good. But since we're at the top of this range, I don't know if I want to keep buying it. Definitely a bull trap, bear trap. Bull trap on the 2 minute. See, we broke out, tried to go higher, came back into range here. I may take this one short. I'm gonna take just one short here. Just on the 2 minute, I would probably prefer to sell up here. If we rip back up into this range again, I probably will take one more short. Just because I want to play. We played the extreme on this high. I want to see if they play the extreme on this bottom. See if they have the double overlap here. Let's see top step. All right, so 1 minute left. This is a bull trap, so I'm gonna look to short this. If we close, I would love it if we closed below these bodies here. This would be much better for me. If we, I hope we don't go all the way down here. That would be horrible. Don't want it to go down here. I want this just be like right below this pocket here. Honestly, in this pocket's fine with me, but below it's even better. So 30 seconds left. I hope this candle holds on a little bit. Doesn't lose too much. We are tapping into some buying liquidity over here, right? Like I said, this double line wouldn't be a bad line here. The buyer should try and take this up again. Should try it, but let's see what happens here. So 20 seconds left. I want it below this. We are in the context of a 2-bar break to the upside. So, but the volume's not there. So it's kind of, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to get ready to hit this one short. 3, 2, 1. Not a recommendation. Trade at your own risk. This thing could well catch a bid, but for me, I'm taking it short. 27. Top of the range here, right off pre-market highs. All right. There we are. We're in. And then some of the buying is getting touched a little bit, but notice we can't break this double here, this little double buyer. When the buyers tried twice, we're having a hard time breaking this double range here. But if we do break it, we could see some explosive downside. Let me see. Is this a bid or two? Yep. So this is another bidder here. So we have another double here. So this is another double line here. See what happens. And it's likely we come back up, try and test that liquidity again. I have these traps retrace on me quite often. All right, so Marcus, let me see here. Yep. So this guy is gone technically, but you can see the bottoming wicks here. So there's a buyer still trying. This buyer still trying to take it up. All right, so got a new high in. And we're just hanging. Getting over here. So new high, I have a new pivot, but I have nowhere to put it yet, so it's just lingering in space. Move this. I can get rid of this, but this is the setup. I'm looking for it to rotate down to the 2.5s down there. And yeah, we'll see. This is looking very choppy on the 15-minute, right? Tapped up into those sellers. We might have to find these buyers. I'm in a short. I may hold the rhythmic short. Possible. I might hold this short. I don't know. I don't like the pricing I got. That's the only thing. I would have preferred to get pricing up here at the. Obviously, I would have preferred to get higher price, but I could have played that tap up there, and that been a little bit. Let's see here. And I put those really far away. Those like 2 days away. Let's see. All right. So chunking into this, not real. You have a real seller from here to here. So this seller's trying to take it up, take it down a little bit, but not super crazy on the volume. If we look at the volume, this volume, well, this volume here was higher. Technically now this seller beats these next 4 bars here. So let's see what happens here. So I would like, if I'm going to play this according to rotation of liquidity, I would like to see it rotate at least down to this 388. Or even the pre-market lows. But I think I think this 388, I think we're going to catch a bounce, so I might become a buyer there. So I might do that little rotation there, unless we catch a buyer here. I mean, look at this buyer here, boom. From a 5 minute, let me draw some 5 minutes here. 5 minutes run. From a 5 minute standpoint, right? We have a buyer here. Ooh. We have a buyer here from the increased volume. Where's my? Oh, I keep pressing the wrong one. Okay. What in the world is happening? Give me my square. There we go. Buyer here. It's all good. It's all good. I think you had the right idea. You had the right idea for sure. I feel like. I just know that there was a bunch of sellers still up there active. And then I know there's buyers down here though too. I keep pressing the wrong one. Here we go. Let's see. Wait, what is this? Is this tapered volume? Oh, from here to here though. Oh, I pressed the wrong one again. Good night. I used to having 2 charts on quant. So not this one. Buyer would be right. This little sliver right here. Increase. Okay, increase. So there you go. Here's your buyer. 5 minute. And then the selling volume from a 5 minute decreased. See that? So the decrease in volume here means that you have uptick in buying. Sellers are not really interested from a 5 minute. From a 2 minute, yeah, we got a little bit of interest. But remember, macro, if I want a macro rotation, I got to look at it more of a macro time frame. I know 5 minutes is still not a macro time frame, but in general, that's typically what I want to see anyways. All right, so again, you do have some buyers trying to support this move to the upside, especially in the 5 minute. Sellers, from a volume standpoint, look weaker than the buyers. Unless we crack this, then they're done. And then I think we really drop. From my strat though, from this house blend strat, we put in our new pivot high here, and we have that trend. So really now I want the trend to, if we're gonna break, I want to see the volume get above here. And if we do break, I still have to wait until I get stopped out completely. Do I not have a stop? Oh boy. Let's see here. 650. All right, so this is gonna be the stop right here. All right, let's see what happens. Big wicks over here on the 2 minute. Tapped in the liquidity a little bit. Let us see. So as you can see, we tapped into that previous buyer here, and he bought it right up, including this buyer. So that's going to be very interesting. Still an active buyer there at the 60s. It's kind of battling it out right now. Look at the 15 minute. There's really nothing going on here. Just choppy range. No traps for me. It seems like we're playing against a buyer who's trying to take it up and a previous seller who sold into it. So it's just kind of bouncing in between these two players in the market right now. And we could consider this, see this uptick in volume here, this 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is a pre-market 15 minute buyer. Now, did you see that? See the picture that we're playing with now? So now we got a pre-market buyer here. We've had him, but you're seeing him be active. It's not just randomness. We're playing between two big players right now. So yeah, they're duking it out. Retail doesn't know what to do. They're like, ah! I'm right in the middle. I'm selling right in the middle of this. All right. So what are we going to do? What is it going to do here? mean, it's knocking on the door of these sellers up here, right? We caught our little bid here. It wasn't too crazy though. We do have buying up into it. Selling's not too crazy. But if we catch a couple new bids here, boom, boom, I'm going to try and take it long. A little bit of an anomaly on the 15-minute here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but green candle, try to go lower green candle. Would have been better though if it was at the bottom of a range. That's where I want to see it. It's not at the bottom of the range, it's in the middle of the range, so I'm not going to take it as an anomaly. So let us see what this technically is, your anomaly right here. Boom, boom. Let's see what happens. So still, between these two players, two micro players here, see if the seller are really serious. Okay, DS is getting back long. Tapped up the seller again, the seller's still active too. So you just have two really active players in the market right now, playing chicken right now, basically. There was a little bit more selling, liquidity got eaten up, so I'd say that it's possible that there's quite a bit of shorts trapped here. And possible that bulls are trapped up here, so not possible, it's probable, very probable. And you see how we're just playing against these two players right here, right? So till these break, it's kind of tough to tell. If we do break one of them though, that might set the tone, right? I think they're kind of just playing with each other right now. I don't want to be a part of it. I mean, I actually do want to be a part of it on the range. That's kind of what I have. The strat for is 10-point scalps, but very interesting to see what happens. So volume here, have an anomaly here on the 2-minute. So 1, 2, close of a bar, not new buying volume though. So really still not a real seller on the 2-minute. I want a little more indie. What if I get flagged if I put on some? Let's see. That's how you catch me with that kind of. Hey. Yep. I like that. All right. So, again, two players here. They're just battling. One of them's gonna catch a big and it's gonna be bid. I'm almost hesitating even being in this trade right now because I'm like, we could either bid up crazy or we could bid down crazy. I'm gonna stay in the short though, since I'm in the short anyways on the top step. So, but yeah, this could get. I mean, you can see the bidders trying to take it up, but if they can't get new buying interest up here, or the sell volume's too low, they're gonna crack. And it's gonna be magnificent to the downside. Magnificent. But you do have your pre-market buyer here. Wait. Did this pre-market buyer get taken? Okay, so you do have. Oh, it's from the 15-minute. But technically, from the 5-minute, this buyer got taken. It's this little uptick here. Is that even a part of the equation? Did this dude get? No, this dude didn't. I mean, we did have a bounce off of him, so argument to be made here. That buyer's somewhere over here, but let's say this dude's gone. Even though it looks like he's reacting to it still, so maybe he's not gone. Obviously, macro still pretty much there, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to stay with the 15-minute. Keep it up there. Put that in the text because that's a key detail. Because from the 5-minute, that full's gone. From the 5-minute, that's a call that you got absorbed. We have a little bit of a bear trap here. Broke out. Try to go lower. If we come back up to these bodies here, see the volume's kind of low on these sellers. So, testing to see these buyers again. But if this pops back up here, this is a bear trap. Uh-huh. Well, uptick in the buying volume here. So this buyer may, I just don't know if he's stronger than this one, but they might try and take it right here. Ooh, what to do? What to do? What we got left? 20 seconds left. New buyer. I'm gonna clap this short here. I'm gonna clap this short here. I'm gonna hedge my own position here. So, top step, I'm staying short. Little bit of anomaly here. Look at that. 5-minute anomaly. Boom, boom. 2-candle anomaly up into a range here. Look at that big bar. This might be. All right. So I'm gonna jump in with one over here. If we drop down a little bit, I'm gonna catch this buyer again. But yeah, I'm gonna drop down here. This buyer is looking feisty. So I'm gonna stay in the short on the 5-minute trap. Volume is not here for the break for me, anyways. But based off this 5-minute anomaly, it's not really at the bottom of the range, but they really look at this volume increase. A new buyer here. They're gonna try and push it up into the seller now. I think now they're gonna be like, let's give it all we got here. Selling wasn't really real here yet. Not trading recommendation, by the way. We still have an active seller up here and here. But the way that this bounced and the way that the volume gripped up, I'm gonna hedge my own position. Might be got a little hasty with that entry, but I'll take it. So if we dip back down to 487, dip down to 487, I'll take another bid. Wait, is that where I want to take a bid? They're all the way down here now, technically. I'll go 50%. Yeah, I'll take 50%. Give it to me, Jimmy. Come on. Oh, what? I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that looked like a fill to me. All right, so this would be a bull trap if we go higher and go lower on the 2-minute. And I'll probably cut the trade if it does that. If it comes down to, I want to see it get below the bodies of 493 on the 2-minute standpoint. It's got to be a really good textbook one. They're trying. All right, new buyer. Big volume. Boom, boom. Buyer's trying to push out of this one in the least. So that wasn't increased volume. So this is where our buyer's taking it. So even if we come down here, I might be interested in taking this double. It's double 477, but let's see what happens here. Not a recommendation, by the way. I am hedging against myself. 15-minute, we got a little bit of an anomaly here. Look at this. Sorry, guys, I'm showing you guys the wrong screen. 2-minute, 50% retracement. I got long right here. So when I said, oh, look at that, like one ticked me, and it came up, did whatever. From the top step, though, we have this little bit of an anomaly on the 15-minute, but it's not at the bottom of the range. It's kind of, I mean, I guess this is technically the bottom of the range, but I'm not going to trade it based off that. I'm still in my short on the top step. And then I have a little long here. I just want to see if these guys play. If these guys break here in the 70s, I'm just going to take the hit. Even if we tap into that liquidity, I'll take the hit there. See, we're tapping back into this liquidity again. So the buyer's trying to make an active move. He's trying. They're trying to look mean. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to take one more, but if I was going to take one more, take it at like 480. So bigger buyer. Low volume sell. See that? maybe a buyer here. The 80s. Ooh, can I get there? Cut this one. Oh. What is up with this? What is up with these fills? This is kind of, I guess I was away from it. 181? Alright, well I don't want it if it comes back down again. $504. You seen that on the DOM? 500. It's really on the DOM. 504. Yeah, it's this whole seller here. This whole seller, and then you have a really big mean seller up here. So, but buyers are trying. They're like, they're battle. They're like, we're gonna, especially with this volume, this new buyer here. By the way, we kind of chunked into this buyer here. Let's look at the 5. Technically, oh shoot, we have another trap here.
Order filled.
Broke out, tried to go higher, came back into the range. All right, so this is getting umbrella'd on the top step. All right, so top step, I'm too short. I'm gonna put a stop up here, 510. Stop buy at 510. Okay, so with that, 2 shorts, tapping into that buying liquidity. I'm gonna cover these on a little bounce here. All right, come up a little bit more. All right, taking this. All right, so they bounced into that double where I wanted it to bounce anyways. Took the bulls off. This is where I thought it would be decent strong right in this pocket. It did come down again. The only thing here is on from the top step 5 minute. I really don't want to be fighting a double trap here. So again, we have this trap, bull trap, try to go higher, came back down to the range. We have this bull trap here, which it broke both of these bodies. See, both of these bodies. Tried to go higher, came back down into the bodies. That's a double trap. So technically, I'm allowed to go 2 to 1 on this first one. So let me see here. Yeah, here. I could just look technically. Let me see. Where's 2 to 1? 2 to 1 will put us right here. All right. There it is. All right. 2 traps, 2.01. Move that up to 199. Go. Okay. So sellers are still real here, but buyers are trying. They're holding on. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna be patient here on the fast track. I know this buyer is still here. I want to wait for some I guess external liquidity. Is that what we're calling it? External liquidity. I want to wait for some buyers down below. I want to be honest with you, I would love to scoop some up. I'd probably take my first dip here. Second one. Oh gosh, you guys have no idea how long I've been eyeballing this 160, 170 area for a buy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This down here. I want this. All right, but we're not there. We're up here. And the buyers are still active. And buyers are still accumulating, but you know, if they cannot get new buying interest, they're going to get satisfied eventually. They get satisfied eventually. It is what it is. So, look at this. Look at this buyer just accumulating. This is craziness. Look at all these bottoming wicks. So, I'm still happy with this position. I'm not going to change it. But that is very interesting. This buyer's really trying. And it's a pre-market 15 buyer we're about to tap into right now. Get rid of this so it's a little cleaner. We're about to break a downtrend here. So if we break this downtrend, I might have to add again short. So let's see. Just players are playing between these two people right now. It's just a battle. Best trades would have been trading the range. All right, let's get back to our 2-minute here. All right. So, 2-minute. Dude, these guys are still holding on. This is intense. Look at this. These buyers just bouncing off each other this morning. Buyer doesn't want to give it up. Got data coming out? What's happening here? Let's see here. What news we got? Just some Fed speeches, and that's pretty much it. Alright. In this case, there's nothing really for me to do here in the next... Let's see, this candle didn't break? Yeah, this candle didn't break. Nothing I can do for 10 minutes. It's either I get stopped out or it's 10 minutes. So, this buyer's trying really hard. Maybe I should have stayed in the hedge here, but I'm not going to. I'm not fighting two bull traps. I'll let those die naturally. Die of natural causes. Alright, so I'm going to go get some coffee then. And I'll be back. Hope you guys do well this morning. Obviously, range bound. You see the players. You see who we're playing against here. This seller, by the way, uptick, uptick. So technically, this seller is a seller that's trying to reinforce that position as well. Ooh, I'll leave with this. Kind of light. Volume's kind of light, right? But just keep an eye. If we break either the, I think whoever gets broken here might set the trend if this is a trend day. Or, I mean, if this is a range day, mini short at 502, maybe a short at 518, 520. If we break this dude with gusto, though, then they're going to put a lot of pressure on this dude. To be honest, it looks crazy either way, so I really don't know. You look at the wickiness of the sell, strength of the bull candles, wickiness of the sells, strength of the bull. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. All right, I'm going to go make a cup of coffee. Hope you guys have a good morning. You guys say you made some money? Great. You must have been range trading. You must have been range trading. So I have stops just as I'm going to leave the top step ones because of my active orders. I have a stop at whatever that is, 510. 510 and one at 526. So this will be for the first trap. This will be for the second trap. And we can get blown out of both of them. I'm still going to be happy with this position though. So I'll be back. All right, we're back. So, how you guys feeling about this price action, huh? Feeling good? So we tapped up into this range here. Like I said, I like these doubles where two sellers try and take it in. I mean, so we tapped right off of that and we sold. It's still there, by the way. Oh, double. And then we have a double buyer down here, which I would be a buyer at too as well, right? So I should probably be a little bit more aggressive on playing the range here, but I don't really want to be playing longs. I want to be playing shorts if I'm going to be playing short ranges, just because of these two traps here. So, what happened here? We had bulls trying to take it up again. Now we're going to see, is this buyer still going to accumulate down here? How much is he willing to accumulate? Buyers aren't really interested in taking it up above this level. Just there's a buyer here saying just load the boat. So there is that. I had a little 2-bar here with low volume. Needed to above get above that volume, which as you can see it broke. So what else are we seeing here? Oh, is this a little Whoa. Broke. Tried to come up. Trapped. So this is a 15-minute bull trap right here. And that got filled. I wouldn't umbrella the 15-minute to the 5, but yeah, this got filled. So that would have been your only 16-point 15-minute bar candle, but nonetheless, a fill's a fill. All right, so now we're cracking this buyer here. Now look at this. So now the selling's upticking. We have another new seller. Still tapping into this buy liquidity. Yeah, it's all good, man. We'll see. It ain't over yet. It ain't over until I hit 421 DS. I'm gonna wait a little bit. We got our little French press going. See, this buyers. I'm telling you. Look at this. Whoo! I'm still holding on to the short, but boy, oh boy. All right, so if we got a little bit of this closes in 30 seconds, a little bit of fair value gap on the 2-minute. I'm not an ICT trader, but there's something about them. So we'll see here. Tapping into this liquidity. We'll see. Ramping up a little bit. Look at the volume here. Look at this uptick in volume. Now, if this volume gets above, let's say here, we say 9 seconds left. It's really gotta shoot up there though. Doesn't look like it's gonna make it, but it does look strong. All right, so just tapping into these this double zone here. This buyer is not gone yet, but the seller is starting to aggress here. We have a triple zone up here. All right, so boom, boom, boom. So over this wick lands here, that's where I'm putting the this seller here, unless the body comes, unless we wick like this and then come through. I'm putting the body. It just depends on where this lands. So, all right, so it looks like we're cracking this buyer a little bit. See what happens. All right, what do we got? 14 seconds left in this 5-minute candle. Let's press this French press and get this coffee going. All right, here's our buy side liquidity from the top step. We're tapping into that now from the 15-minute. This is a 15-minute buyer. So let's see if this guy still wants to be here. We broke from our 2-minute. We broke this double player here, so he's gone. Tapping into this double now. This is another, I should have, argument to be made that maybe I should be buying here at the 52s. Was this 452? I'll slap an order down there. $452.25. Yeah, I'll put one right at the top. I'll put one tick above. There we go. Not a recommendation. Trade at your own risk. Especially trading against the trend after we just broke a trend. That's not always the rightest thing to do here. All right, so one big break here. Uptick in volume. I guess if we get below here, I want to see the volume get above this volume. It's really tough. So really we broke out of these volumes here. This is a really tough one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is a really tough one. Really tough one to add to. I mean, I'm already in the short, so technically I just don't want to get a mini snap out and give out some of my profits. So tapping into this 15-minute buyer here. We got 3 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. We know there's a buyer here. He's been buying it all morning and pre-market. If this guy doesn't hold, this is your next set of big buyers, I feel like. I mean, all these guys are big buyers, technically. You could make an argument that they're right here, too, at the 360s. Because this candle could technically just be like a one-tick wick. But yeah. So, now the real question is, why aren't you taking profit? Why don't you just get out of it? If you know this is gonna, I can't do it. Now, actually, scratch that. If this broke and we reverse, I can get out with a trap at the trap, but I'm not gonna get out when I have 2 traps to the downside. But this is a bear trap now. If this closes anywhere up here, but if we close like in the wick here at all, sorry, oh wow, below these wicks, or get a back above these bodies, that's done. So I want this tool. I want this tool. Thank you. So if it comes anywhere in this range, that is a bear trap, which I cannot get out of my 2 traps. I have to stay in 2 traps. So the torture goes on. I have to just continue to take these to the face. Big, I don't know if you guys see this on the fast track. Big bear trap here. Broke out, came back up into range here. Oh, did we get our bounce here? Oh, look at that. See the double range there? I'm going to take this one off. Did you see that? I'm telling you, there's something about these double zones where 2 buyers overlap and 2 sellers overlap. There's something about it. We tapped right directly in this zone and found a bid. I didn't even know I got filled. I didn't even hear the noise. But there you go. Right there. That's one of them. Now, I don't want to do the second test. If we come back in it again, I'm good. But for a first test, like if we come back and rip up here and tap into this, I want to try and sell a 502, 500 for sure. So let's see how this reacts now. So that ended up working up. Yeah. Yes, it's all good. You know what? Choppy day, and you can see these guys are just battling it out, right? It's either you pick a side and stay with a side and retreat when you get with a seller, or you just kind of wait for the price action to clear up, you know? It's really your options here. Either way, it's not too bad, you know? Let's see here. Yeah. Get back to the top step real fast. So if this bar, 26 seconds, if increasing volume, if this bar goes red, is this the biggest bar of the day? I don't think it is, but let's measure it real quickly. 33 points. I think it is. Yeah, it's not. Okay. So if this bar goes red, as long as it doesn't have bigger than a half wick, I'm going to add to my short again. All right, so it needs to have a body that closes below that. I don't think that's going to be too short.
Order filled.
All right, I got my short off. All right, where's this going to go? Let's find out. All right, it's going to go back down to here. I might just take them all right there. Where's this going to, is that really where it's going to go? Might even go below that. All right, let me get out of this. 2 bar break to the downside. Get rid of that. So that bear trap didn't happen as I thought it was. We are dipping into this liquidity down here though. New sellers are interjecting. We have a 2 bar break, so that's going to be an add, but this is going to be another stop up here. So 498 to 5. I'm going to put it at 503 because I know that's where those sellers are going to be. I'm in for 3 shorts right now. All right, so this is gonna hurt if I lose, but gotta stick to the plan. It's gonna feel great if I win. All right, so these are the 2 umbrella trades off the 5 minutes. So now I have a new 2-bar. Now the only thing that I didn't love about this is the volume didn't get above this, right? But it was increasing volume. The volume was up pretty decent. I take it. So 15-minute buyer still here. He's active. Are we gonna be the sellers? I don't know. But yeah, so let's see here. So the stop, I put a little bit looser of a stop here. 590, I put a 5-point stop on this just because I know that this is a big selling area here. So let's see. Let's get a measurement off here. Good morning, trader. How are you? ELS. All right, so one down here. I'll put it right at the top of this 418. Market, but no, not market buy, limit buy. Oh, that almost was bad. Buy. As you can see, the buyer is still active here. We look at our, look at this. These guys are just duking it out all morning, right? Right here, that double buy. Sellers take it. They got engulfed. Now they want to take it up again. Man. Now look at the selling liquidities there. They're just battling today. Whoever these guys are, they're mad at each other. So I'm gonna try and take a couple short at the 500 level. Let me see. I might front run it out of touch. I'll go 496. Let's see here. 496. Here. 496. I'll take one there. That's a little shallow. But I'm gonna sell one at 500 on the money. I'll join this guy. And then I want to sell 2 502.50. There we go. All right, so I got that little webcast here. Yeah, these guys are just duking it out, so nothing much I could do. I'm just getting, I'm kind of right in the middle of the range, which for my average, but it's okay. I don't mind the middle of the range. 15-minute really hasn't given me anything. We got one break on the 15-minute, 1 bar break. Why is it giving me? Oh, okay, this is fine. Oops. Wow, it's really ripping now. The bidder's really pushing here. All right, strong. Still not stronger than the selling. What in the world? This is just craziness. Must have been a decent amount of absorption up here. Got a new buyer up here. There's now another double zone. Seller's getting eaten. Dude, this is a tough day today. This is just funky. Yeah. I got my cells up here, so we rip up here. I'm expecting a little bit of some action. Let's see if I get it. From a 5-minute, that would be crazy. This would be crazy. It's like running the line. Look at, they're just pushing up against each other right now. Buyers and sellers. Technically. This is unbelievable. So this is a bull trap. Bulls try to go higher, came back down in the range. Bull trap on the 2-minute. What is this right now? This is wild. Oh my goodness. This buyer is like, we're coming for you. We are coming for you, sellers. Dude, I don't know. It feels to me, this feels, I don't want to say it feels bullish, because obviously there's a range state, but it feels like the bull here, whoever he is really trying with all his might to take out this seller. Where's my market bids at? I think I'm gonna sell one here. Let's just try it. This comes up above 493. I'll clap it. Ah, screw it. I'll just stay. I'll clap it. I'll clap it and wait for me to tag out my other ones. All right. Well, how's this price action look for you guys, huh? Does that look nice? Feels like that 15-minute bars here. Look at those. Those beautiful. All right. So if it pops up above here, I don't want it to blast me. That's one thing I don't want. I'm gonna play a little bit of a break here. Play probably like a 492.25. I'll probably put a tight stop on that. 492. Let's see, I don't want to do a 3-point. I'll just do probably a 225. Uh-oh. Well, we can probably get out of this now. Right there. So I'll clap that one. I'll wait for it for me and with how it's dredging up, I'm gonna play a little bit more conservative here. A little bit more. Yeah, here we go. So I would have got stopped out there anyway, so worked for me. Oh. So far. Did I get stopped out on one? No, not yet. Okay, I'm getting close though. We gotta stop here. We gotta stop here. We gotta stop here. Oh, yeah. Really nothing to do on the 15-minute or the 5-minute. We're staying in a range. And we did do a 2-bar, actually a 2-bar break to the downside. The volume wasn't spectacular, but yeah. Bull, try to go higher, it comes back down. That's another trap. I'm not gonna buy it though. I'm gonna wait for this baloney. Boom boom. Alright, so we're attacking the seller now. I'm one of them. A few of them. Maybe I'll go a little lighter. Nah. Whatever. If we dredge up here, it's okay. Let's see. Alright, volume was still pretty low on that buying on the 5-minute. Stronger on the 5-minute, so let's see. Let's see. Give me a little fill here. Give me a little fill right there. Alright. Tap me out. Come on. Ah, come on. Get me. Oh. I almost don't want the second one now. I would have preferred that first one. Man, this has been happening to me all morning, man. Just like right there. This is a half point away. It's a half point away. 2 ticks. Alright, so we're still dredging up into this with low volume. Alright, come on. I want to see a big liquidity sweep drop. I'm selling one. I'm selling one because of the volume. I'm not going to front run this one. I'll play a little defensively. Alright. Buyer's still not new yet from a 2-minute. From a 5-minute, yeah, it's tapering off on the volume here. But we do have a break of the downtrend. Look at that. That's interesting. All kinds of mixed signals today. So we do have a break. So this could be the moment right here. We have a break of this downtrend. Or am I here 500, 502? So 500, 502 is where I have my other shorts at. To be honest with you, I think I want to take one more, but I'm not going to. I want to take one more on the top step, but I'm gonna hold off. We're gonna chill out here. So let's have a look at the fast track. I mean, what are you gonna do in this price action? I'm just trying to read it. So this guy's gone. This is not a new guy. This is a new guy. Boom, boom, boom. This guy's still here. Here's another double on the 5. Another double range here. Right, so still decreasing in volume here. Market's trying to find liquidity. They're gonna find it right here. I'm here. I'm your liquidity. Come get me. It's dredging up, dredging up, dredging up. I think your real bidder's still down here. All right, caught a little bit here. Look at that. Someone's algorithmically taking this up here. All right. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good morning. Don't get too, if you're on tilt a little bit, just relax, you know. So relax, there's more trading days. You don't need to force anything out of these markets here. I'm playing pretty conservative, playing kind of stingy. This one short that I'm in though is just a little bit. We're at the top of the range, so technically I'm fine with it, but I would like to get those fills at 500. I still might get those fills at 500. And honestly, we can blow through both of these sellers up here. We can catch a big institutional bid and blow through everything. I'm happy with my shorts. I'm happy with where I've got my entries, even though we're retraced right here. I'm really happy with how I've executed. So I'm not too worried about it. If this trade doesn't work out, I feel like I got pretty good context on the market. I should say not on this current market, but on my strat versus this market. There we go. Better way of saying it. So, yeah, I'm cool with it. Cool with it. Just gonna hang here. No need to stress. The market's gonna give you guys clean days. If you find a good trade, great. Don't try and play in the middle here. It's not a recommendation. You know what I mean? To play in the middle of these guys, unless you're gonna play the extremes of these ranges. You know, you got sellers here. We got pre-market buyers here. They're really trying to take this market up right now. And then yeah, we got some buyers down here. So this is looking very interesting. But yeah, so take it easy. Take some breaths. It's gonna be all right. If you're making money, great. Don't get cocky in this market either. Right? So we're gonna see what happens here. This is gonna be a 2-bar, 5-minute. This breaks screen. Still won't have the volume requirements for me to get into this, but it will be a 2-bar, and there it is, the 2-bar. 2-bar break on the 5. The volume's not there, so can't do anything about that. I'm in traps anyways. I couldn't get out of this trade if I wanted to. Almost a full engulfed bar here on the 15-minute. Look at that, fully engulfed. Pretty wild. All right, so I still got my shorts in here. Yeah, this is just wild. I just don't. How do you say? I can't really make sense of it other than like even this move here. Like, there's no active sellers selling into them. I don't feel like nothing crazy. I feel like liquidity is just kind of like here, and this buyer's trying to accumulate. I don't think the seller's taking too many new positions, I don't feel like. This buyer is definitely trying though. Definitely trying. All right, with how close we are here, I might want to play the back of this range a little bit. Take 2 at the back of this range. I don't trust anything that's going on right now. Volume, this volume is saying taper short, right? The way this price action's working, volume's working, saying this buying's not real. Do have decent buying down here. We have a huge, massive seller over here, right? And then we have some intraday overlap here for new sellers kind of selling into this little by little. This technically is a new bidder. We're going to see how this candle closes in 1 minute. So the bidders are trying to take this up. This isn't real. This guy's real. So whoever's accumulating here is trying. Really, really tough. It's a back and forth today. I'm saying, you know, just playing between these 2 ranges. Still in my shorts. Feel like I'm going to hold these until market close. Sometimes it's almost relieving. It's almost relieving getting out of a trade that you've been in for like 3 hours, even if I get stopped out. I'm just like, good Lord, thank goodness that I'm out of that trade. Glad I titled this top of the range, are we going to break? Because that's quite, that's basically what we've been dealing with all day. Are we going to break it? I don't know. All right, so we got a new buyer here. And then what do we got? 1 second left on this candle. So the buying volume down ticked again. So your bidder's here. This is the bidder. I don't know how strong this guy's going to be. So we're going to find out. It's kind of knocking again on these doors here. It's like, do I really want to be a buyer down here again for the 3rd time? Possible. I mean, I'm going to, because that's what I'm trying. That's the goal with this account, is just to play those ranges, right? All right, 4th green bar here. Look at this. Look how this is shaping up. All right, let's see. I could get my face ripped off, and then us touch the 20s. That's a risk I'm willing to take. All right, so if this closes red here, this is a bull trap from the 2 minute. The 5 minute, this is just, it may do one of those little like curly things, you know what I'm saying? But usually when you have smaller bars decreasing volume, typically that's due for a short, especially if we get below this range. But I've seen many like longs, shorts try and force price action down, curl, and then this massive extension bar, like massive wide range bar. All right, so we're getting tapped out for a couple of those, or one of more of those. Found a little bit of rejection here. This is what I was expecting off this guy. We'll see. It's getting pretty aggressive now. Really low volume here. I got tapped for one of those. We're closing up into these sellers. Volume looks like it's picking up just by the way the price action is getting. It's getting thinner. You can see it flopping all around now. So kind of thin. All right. All right. So sellers are still here, active. You can see. I don't know about this buyer. I'm going to say this seller's stronger up here. I would like to see us kind of come back down to the 450s. So I'm trying to hold these to the 450s. I also have another short here. I'm going to lighten up here. That was the initial move I wanted, so I'm going to lighten up one. Sell, yeah, we'll see. See how this works out. I don't really want to average down again. I'd prefer to just hold this trade here. But if I do get here, then that will move my average up to like where I wanted it to be to begin with. Look at
Order
this.
filled.
Very interesting. Okay, I got stopped out on one of the top steps. So this 2 bar, faulty. Just getting mortified. So I got another trap up here. This one gets stopped. It's gonna be the next one. It's looking rippy. Look at this. Look at the fast tracks now. So, um, so if this guy closes in 30 seconds, this buyer's gone. I'm taking off of this idea. But look at the volume now. So the buyer's now trying to aggress this seller. So we'll see how this works. So I'll probably play this one off then, since they're trying to aggress the seller here. The volume's still pretty low relatively, right? So, but let's see here. We're gonna see what happens. Take one, two, one. I'm taking one more short there. All right, so pretty much all of these guys got clapped. This guy's gone. This guy's gone. Now, if we close above here, I'm out of this trade. Even though I know they're selling liquidity up here. The idea was to play the top of this range. About to get stopped out on my top step. So, see, this is what I'm talking about, the curling and then the extension. Boom, bah. The way the volume's coming in, though, is just very funky. This is just a funky dredge up here. It's very funky. But nonetheless, I'm still trading the system. This is a, see, we got a 2 bar. This is our 3rd bar break here. Decrease volume the whole time. I wouldn't take any of these, even though they're 2 bars. Still wouldn't take any of them. Just based off volume alone. They're full of crap. They are full of crap. They're lying. They're lying. They're not real buyers. Look at this. See, I tell you, they're lying. They're full of crap. Call your friends. Take them out. They're not real. These buyers are full of baloney. Should have covered one there on that little rip. That should have been one cover so that I could limit my risk, but I missed it. And now I'm getting a little greedy. I'm finding a little greed right now. Finding a little greed right now because I'm like, no. I don't believe you guys. I don't believe them, and then they're just going to be all the way flying above this. I'll be like, I still don't believe you guys. If I'm trading the system based off volume, all right, now we're getting a little uptick in volume here on the 5-minute. So this could be an actual buyer aggressing this. Here we go. Yep. So again, I should have covered one there. But I'm holding. All right. Well, let's see what happens. A little bit of a bear trap. Saw 2 more. This is getting outrageous. I'm gonna cover them as soon as they come up here though. Taking a tiny stop on these 2. Let's see. We blow through this 2-minute bull trap. Can we do it? I got my finger on the trigger. Gonna find out. Fingers on the trigger. Fingers on the trigger. Oh! Wouldn't have been fast enough. I gotta cover 1, 2 there. There we go. Because technically I would have got stopped. So, here we are, sitting with 3 top of this range. Did I get stopped on this? I was very close to getting stopped on this. I don't know why this line's here. Pre-market highs up here, so we're getting close to testing pre-market highs again. I actually might just move this right 1 tick above pre-market high, just in case we tick it. Oh, how miserable. So we have a 2-bar break that's increased in volume. Volume did not get above here. So if this bar goes green, I'm in for traps, so I can't even get out with these trend breaks anyways. 15 minutes not giving me anything. I can't get out with 15 minutes. So really I know that it's long here. Like we're breaking out with this engulfing bar, but I mean, still, there's nothing I can technically do. This is just a sloppy day. Nothing I can do here. I have to stay in these shorts. Even with all this green price action, I have to stay in the shorts. So these were these. Take this one out. All right, that's an anomaly, top of the range here. 2-minute anomaly. The 2-to-1. I want this reversed. That's all right. Okay. Obviously, active seller still here. This buyer is trying really hard to look strong, but the volume's just. This volume technically was there increase. So with these wicks though, how they increased, I'm gonna say that's right here. This just looks funky. I mean, I've been trading this for I think a few weeks now, and this is the funkiest I think I've seen it. It's really funky. Selling volume's now really low. Both of these is really low selling. Buyers they're just dredging it up. Dredging this up. Is this a 5-minute bull trap? It is another 5-minute bull trap. I have to take the short if this candle doesn't get below here. Yeah. I have to. I don't have a choice. I have to follow the here. Sorry, my God. Broke out. Try to go higher. Comes back into the range. As long as it doesn't go below this wick here, I will again add a short. Well, again, add to my short position. Feel a little bit better than getting this price down here and then getting stopped out on low decreasing volume, sloppy looking buy price action. This was just like, oh, okay. This is just a little weasel. All right, so for the sake of context, I don't want to take this stop in these wicks. I needed to get in this zone here. That's where I needed to get. If it's in this zone, comes back down in the zone, great. If it doesn't, and we just put another high in. What the heck? Increase in volume, so a little better here. Just wild to me. Because obviously it looks like shorts are kind of losing grip. Almost like they're the ones losing this battle. But they're not losing it gracefully. They need to give it up. All right, so I'm in for 3. I know we have a big seller up here. But the way this buyer is coming in, look at the buy volume now on the 2-minute. Increase. Well, this one wasn't increase, but technically it was sellers. Increase again. So it's a real player here trying to push this market up. So if I get stopped out on all these 3, it is what it is. It's all good. Since we do have some buying, I mean, 2-bar breaks everywhere, but not appropriate volume, and I'm in shorts. So I'm in bear traps. So nothing I can do here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. 1, 2. This is the 3rd. So this is the point where I could reverse it. So these guys are gone. I got to clap this position. All right. So that position's gone. And this is the point where I actually think I can go long here. Yeah, I think you're right here. A little bit of a gap up too. I think here I'm supposed to go long. All right, so I'm gonna cut this, go long here.
Order filled.
All right, decent fill. That wasn't too bad. All right, so the reason why I'm going long now and cutting the short is because I had my second bullish confirmation. So this 2-bar break was 1. This 2-bar break was 2. So actually, let me get this measurement right here. Here we go. So that was why I flipped the script here. 2 bullish confirmations against my 1. Well, technically there were 2 bearish confirmations too, but we ran through 3 of them, which is really surprising. I don't think I've ever, well, I've seen these things happen actually, but they don't happen that often from backtesting. So here's 1, 2, decreasing volume. Not great actually, so we will go over the third bar. So the third bar happens, that's what that happens, and then we go to our next 2 bar. 1, 2, look at that, starting to really dredge up now. All right. All right. Let's have a look at the, sorry, 2 bar. Sorry guys, I was showing you the wrong screen. 1, 2 bar. Right here. There. 1, 2 bar, took the third bar. That was the 1 trade, but I don't get in it because I'm in the short context. Second indicator is these 2 bars here. So I take the measurement from these 2, and we almost get our fill. But yeah, so this was the indicator to say, okay, we need to flip the position here. So, but until then, there was nothing I could do. I had to stay in my short. So look back at these. You do have real sellers here, but now these buy. Look at the buying volume now. See the buying volume still really starting to uptick here. So they're giving it a good, grandiose effort here to take up against the sellers. If we look in terms of volume, it's up there, way up there. So let's see what happens. Technically the seller's here and he's bright and angry. This one's kind of getting strong too, so brighten him up a little bit. Very interesting price action. Very interesting. Like I said, it's starting to, usually you just see one big engulfment bar, but this thing can still drop. We're not going to be out of the short here until the 545. I shouldn't say out of the short, out of the selling pressure. So there's going to be a lot of selling liquidity up here. The only thing is with the top stop is that we almost got our little play here. Almost. 34 is where we're trying to take it. Now we're above pre-market high officially. So the yellow lines are pre-market high right here. Get rid of this. Yellow line's pre-market high. And we broke out of that. So here we are.